Live from Tiger Hollow on the campus of Ridgefield High School, it's varsity field hockey on the DAF Media Network. This afternoon, it's the season opener for the Darien Blue Wave and the Ridgefield Tigers. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us for this DAF Media broadcast of varsity field hockey. We've got our cast and crew here. All student volunteers that work for DAF Media volunteer their time. Ben Olson, Will Olson, Jackson Leone, Jack Leone, James Leone, rather, and Trey Cahill. And the gentleman calling the action this afternoon, DAF Media's very own Ted Brennan, and the former head coach of the Fairfield Ludlow varsity field hockey team, Joe Scarupa. And gentlemen, welcome in, and we are ready for some field hockey. It's an overcast day here. The rain has stayed away, but a lot of expectations for both teams now. Season opener for the Blue Wave and the Tigers.
A lot of anticipation. Perfect day for field hockey because it's not hot out there. The pitch is going to stay cool, and the girls are going to go at it.
Can't wait. It's going to be a great one.
Yep.
Darien in the black with the blue socks, and Ridgefield in the home whites with the orange numbers. And we are just about ready to go here. Darien is coached by the Hall of Famer Mo Minikis, and Ridgefield is coached by Jessica Smith.
Jessica Smith here is in her second year coaching at Ridgefield High. Former D1 player at Siena College. Played there for 4 years before joining the Ridgefield High School squad.
Sienna has a good program, so I'm sure she learned a lot up there.
She'll be a good coach for her Ridgefield girls today. Both Ridgefield and Darien faced off against each other a lot last season. Actually, a lot in a short period of time. Twice, two or three times in about 2 weeks span.
Right, with the FCX and then the states, and yeah. So it's very interesting to see who comes out confident, see who comes out working hard, and looks like Darien's got the ball to start.
That'll be number 2, Molly Hellman, the 12th grader from Darien. An amazing forward for them.
She does a quick lift right into the 25.
Ball in the middle.
And that's where it really counts, is right in the middle. If you can stop it early. Now, the reason that happened there was that the person, Darien, didn't give the ball time to settle. They have to give the ball time to settle on a lift.
Darien will get the ball back here.
They will swing the ball to avoid the defense.
Ridgefield regains possession. They get it to the middle, intercepted by 21, Molly McGuckin. Now's a better time than ever. The starting lineups for each team. For Darien, number 1, Izzy Smith. Number 2, Molly Hellman. Number 3, Katie Duggan. Number 6, Maddie Holt. Number 9, Rada Johns. Number 10, Brinsley Rush. 13, Maisie Stewart. 17, Tala Garcia. 21, Molly McGuckin. 22, Evelyn Heidi. 24, Lindsay Olson. And the goalkeeper, number 29, Catherine Vogt.
Okay, Darien's got it inside the circle, and we have our first corner of the game. There was a stick vault there.
Looks like that might be Molly Hellman with the ball, or about to take the corner.
Tough seeing the numbers. They're small.
It is very tough. I mean, we're up from a high booth, and Bad pass there.
Yeah,
Tough.
yeah, she wasn't ready for it.
For Ridgefield, number 1, Izzy Redrup. Number 2, Julia Carosa. Number 4, Erin Chris. Number 5, Riley Peters. Number 8, Bailey Harriet, the captain. Number 10, Jen Paul. 11, Olivia Di Stefano. 12, Bella Carosa, another captain. Number 15, Ali Gagnon. 19, Kate Irving, the third and final captain for Ridgefield. And number 25, Lisa Gompel. Van Gompel, excuse me. Darien looking to push the ball up.
Feed into the center. Darien controls over the end line. It's coming out. So both teams have good speed. Most teams in the FCAC do. That's what they pride themselves on. It's the stick handling, whether it be a short pass or a long pass.
Into the center. Duggan has it.
Now she's allowed to turn her back as long as she has control of the ball. If she loses control of the ball when she turns her back, then she gives the ball up.
Ridgefield onto the attack.
That's right. That was a great pass and a good feed.
Just might have been a little far. Can she do that? Can she just trip her like that?
No, it wasn't a trip as much as she tripped over her own feet trying to control the ball. She fell backwards.
Tala Garcia, the captain for Darien, push the ball up there.
And that's out right there. Okay. Good thought. Good thought pushing it up and changing the field. That's another thing that will tell the story today is who gets to the ball first. Who wants it more.
Both teams very quick, very agile, but only one team can come out on top.
Yep, that touched the foot. Looking for an opening, probably looking for the swing. Yep, they swung it over side and not handled. Actually off a Darien stick.
Both teams really using the sidelines, trying to keep it out of the middle to avoid turnovers.
Yeah, well, the sidelines is oh. A little bit of a warning for rough play. And they'll do that the first time. They'll actually just tell them, look, you got to keep it.
As you mentioned before the stream, most of these girls get pretty competitive.
Yes,
They're willing to throw
do.
an elbow or two.
Well, legally we can't say that, but they do get physical with each other. They don't mind being physical because they know the other team's going to do it. But they also depend on the finesse. They also depend on the stick work that they practice 12 months out of the year. Some of these girls will finish their season and 2 weeks later be right into a camp working on field hockey again. The ones that are going off to college, they don't have an off season. We have a foul outside the circle. Now, the person handling the ball has to move it 5 yards before they hit it in toward the circle. And that's definitely the 5 yards. You'll see a swing probably here. No, she went back to the front of the center of the field.
Rush on the attack for Darien.
What happened there was that Darien stepped in front of a defensive player, kept her from playing the ball, and that automatically moves it over toward Ridgefield. Now, she could have played the ball in the air, and that would have been legal. But once it hits the ground, she has to allow the player that it's going to a chance to touch the ball once.
Right idea there by Lindsay Olson, but a little too far for McGuckin. Out of bounds by Ridgefield.
Most of the fields that you play on have a berm in the center for drainage. So when you do hit the ball down along the sidelines, it tends to drift outward. It's tough. The true field hockey fields that are made just for field hockey are dead flat. So you can do that, hit it the full length of the field, and it won't drift out.
You are watching
The
DAF Media broadcast of the varsity field hockey opener for Darien and Ridgefield. FCAC matchup here between two conference rivals here from beautiful Tiger Hollow. Obviously, the rain has stayed away. Rain was in the forecast, but just overcast right now. Ted Brennan, Joe Skarupa on the call. I am Damian Andrew. Just want to give a shout out again to our DAF Media student volunteers who are here for this one. Ben and Will Olson, James and Jackson Leone, and Trey Cahill, along with our very own Ted Brennan. I am Damian Andrew. No score in this one. And joining the broadcast in just mere moments is Kari Johns, the head coach of the JV field hockey team at Darien. Again, thanks for watching DAF Media. Unable to live stream this for you. This is tape delay, but we hope you are enjoying this broadcast of varsity field hockey.
It seems right now that Darien's going to the ball a little bit better. They're anticipating the passes and making the moves. That's just a little bit of that physical that you see. Yeah, I'm here. I'll bump you once and see what happens.
Hi, gentlemen.
Hello.
Good to join you.
Glad you could.
I'm just joining in, so don't know what's transpired in the game so far, but was so excited to see because I coach a lot of the Ridgefield girls off season at FHCC. So really excited to see Bella and Julia and Tishy and quite a few of the Ridgefield girls come together. So we were really excited for this match.
It's a more mature team than last year.
Sorry?
It's a more mature team than last
Absolutely, yeah. So we were looking for a lot of the Ridgefield girls coming up. Julia Carosa and of course her sister Bella, who's going to Providence College. So a few D1 recruits on the Ridgefield team. Just penalty corner orange, but the Ridgefield team was a great job earning penalty corner. I don't know if they've had any offensive penalty corners yet, but
They've had one. Darien had one, and it did not go well.
So are we looking at the first Ridgefield offensive penalty
Yes,
corner?
we
Yeah,
are.
we're looking at the first penalty for.
Okay, great. So I'd imagine we're going to look at Bella Carosa setting up at top and possibly, I think she's looking at the far left. Yep, inserted right to Bella, who just mistraps it. Unfortunately, it hits her foot, so Darien's going to get an opportunity to get this ball out. And if they move it quickly, they'll have an opportunity to possibly counterattack. There goes Bella. She's so quick on the ball. And smart player. It's a nice flat ball. We were dreading the weather today.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Perfect field hockey weather. It's nice.
Absolutely. Rain about 30 minutes ago would have been fine because it would have made the pitch a little wet and a little faster.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it.
It's a nice 3D ball. So there's Erin also. You'll notice she's playing number 4. She's also on Ridgefield. She's a hockey player. As you can tell, she plays on the left side of her body. So you'll see her turn that stick around to the left side of her body.
I
She's
was
holding
watching
it.
her before in the middle of the field. She turned it over like it was nothing. And
Yeah.
I'm going, wow, a lot of kids don't do that.
She's a nice hockey player, so she plays the ball on the left side of her body. Big advantage for her. As Ridgefield moving the ball nicely, they move the ball back and then sending it back in. So they're kind of changing the point of attack. And Bell going back to try to do that reverse, attempt to do a reverse shot. I'm not quite sure why that attack penalty corner was called, but nevertheless, that Ridgefield going to have another opportunity, which is a great advantage for them here. As you can see, Darien will have 4 defenders back, and now Ridgefield having an opportunity with numbers up on an attack penalty corner. I'll send it right back to the inserter, who unfortunately mistraps it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened when Darien had theirs. It was just a mishandle and it rolled out of bounds, and you give that opportunity away.
Sometimes those lines on the field, as you know, they get a little bumpy.
Yes, they wear.
Like
they
that.
don't wear the same as the green.
Yeah.
The lines wear differently. Right now, most of the important plays have been in the middle, and it's gone back and forth. Nobody's really done heavy control in the middle and moved the ball well. There's been a lot of missed passes. I believe Darien's already had 3 scrimmages, correct?
Yes, 3 scrimmages.
Yeah.
So had 1 practice, and then right out of the gate had a play day at Covenant of Sacred Heart. So
Okay.
some good competition there. It was odd this year, as you know. There was really very little practice. We were picked our teams, had 1 practice, and right into competition.
Right.
And then yes, another scrimmage against GA, and then 1 more scrimmage Monday against Norwalk. We were able to coordinate. That was a smart decision by goalkeeper. That shot was taken outside of the outside of the circle, and if no offensive stick touches it inside the circle, that won't be considered a goal. So those of you watching at home wondering why the goalkeeper made that move, that was the reason. Everyone watching at home was ooh-ahing probably, or when you get to watch it at home. It was a great move. See if Darien can get some offensive.
Darien has had good opportunities moving down the sidelines and then bringing it and crossing it, but that's about as far as they've gone.
It's Molly Hellman, she's really quick in the center of the field and such great stick work. Looks like there's a card being given out.
She called it a push. I didn't see the
I
push.
didn't see that at all either, but umpires, their job is to keep the match safe. So she,
Yeah. She saw something. She's
Yep.
much closer than we are.
Yep. So Molly Hellman will be out for 2 minutes. So that leaves Darien down in you see Bella Corsa there with great speed down the left sideline. And that was a great stop.
Very good defense. Got that stick right in there and without falling, and that's
Great ball out. And unfortunately, that looks like Evelyn Heidi unable to handle that ball. It's a sophomore, young team for Darien. Evelyn Heidi on the right. It looks like Sarah Bogdan in the center and another Molly. Here, Molly McGuckin sending the ball up to Sarah Bogdan, who just got a ball inside, but nobody up top.
nobody down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that early in the season that everybody's like a half a step behind where they should be?
Yeah, everyone's kind of still learning the position, trying to figure out where they're going. Not wanting to step on anyone's toes, kind of unsure of where to be. No one wants,
Right.
They're still. This is a very young team. Quite a few, although there are some players with experience. There's still, this. I think the goalkeeper probably could have come out and cleared that ball instead of standing back. I would have liked our goalkeeper to come out and made a play on that ball. That was a great move. I believe that was Lindsay Olson, and that was a spectacular job that she did. Maybe I just didn't see what happened. I don't think I saw what happened up here. It looked like she found the defender's foot, but I didn't see from here. I'm telling you, this year I think I need to invest in a pair of glasses.
Strap on binoculars.
Yes. All right, so something that happened outside the defensive circle. I'm not. I really don't. I did not see it all.
It must have. Well, it's tough because the
Yeah, 'cause all the
the
lines.
defensive circle is almost obliterated. It's not the big yellow. It's not the it's not
Yes.
the dark yellow.
So we're seeing the
inside. It's a
lacrosse
very
lines,
light
and there's
yellow.
like a gray there.
Yeah.
It's a great move.
Yep. Looking up and
There's
there
Sarah
there
Bagden
goes
carrying
your
the ball
break.
down. Molly
There goes your
McGuckin is up
break.
top,
And
but looks like Ridgefield has a few defensive players back. Just not enough at the Darien attack in the offensive D.
okay, so that'll come out to the 25.
Yeah, but a nice job carrying it down the right sideline. Izzy Smith, captain, senior captain this year. Great job on that restart right away and sending the ball in. That's a great stop, defensive
Yeah.
stop, and a great redirect there. It's Izzy Smith again on the right side, taking the ball down the right side quickly and sending the ball down the line, and very good job coming back to receive that ball. Great move over there. Nice speed. Molly Hellman back in the game. You see her just maneuvering around the ball so nicely there.
Yeah, she's doing a good job of keeping it close enough to her and not getting that too far out on the stick for somebody else to be able to grab it.
Her stick work is so good. She's able to maneuver around the ball so nicely. Umpire signaling for the ball to go back to the spot of the foul. Nice hit by Bella Carosa, trying to change the point of attack again. Here's Tala Garcia coming up nicely with the ball. And she's under attack by, and that hits the leg of the Ridgefield player. So Molly McGucking taking the self-start quickly and sending the ball down to Sarah Bogdan, who does a nice one-time into the circle. And well done by Molly Hellman. Great job. Looks like nice job by the Ridgefield goalkeeper.
Yep.
Looks like that ball went just wide.
She kept it alive and she didn't allow the second stick to get on it.
This is why I say I need a pair of glasses. I thought that hit the foot of the Ridgefield defender inside the circle. I definitely need a pair of glasses. Is someone calling a timeout?
I don't know who did. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be Ridgefield.
Right, because it's
they
their
had
ball
the
coming
ball.
out. Correct.
So
I don't know how you could see through that window over there.
Got
You're
enough
young.
visibility. I'm 16.
You
right.
just
Maybe
wait.
that's his glasses.
Yes, correct.
Honestly, it might as well be.
So looking at this Ridgefield list, there's quite a few great players here. So I know Izzy Redrup plays for a club team that we coach off season. Julia Carosa. I know Erin Chris really well. Bella Carosa, of course, going to Division I college next year. Lily playing on defense. So they've got a few really great players there.
So how do you choose which team to root for? Because you're
It's-
JV coach at Darien, coaches
You know
so many
what?
girls.
It's very difficult to choose a team. I just like seeing really good hockey, which you're seeing here today. So it always comes down to when you have a good team like this who's making the mistakes right now. I think Ridgefield is capitalizing on. I'm seeing quite a few mistakes on Darien's side, and Ridgefield is capitalizing on them. There's some youth on the Darien side. You had, for example, Molly McGuckin, Evelyn Heidi, two sophomores who are starting, Raina Johns, who is starting, who's a freshman. We're missing Charlotte DeMittner, who's a senior, very strong defender in the back. So, some of the mistakes that are happening that are being capitalized, and it just takes one mistake to get a goal in. Hockey is a game of the result doesn't always show what happens here on the field. So, you got every touch on the ball is really important.
It could be one small giveaway of the ball at the wrong place, and it just
All right, so we have Molly Hellman back in the game. We see Raina Johns re-entering the game right here on right midfield. We have Lindsay back in the backfield again. And here's Maisie Stewart taking the ball in the back. Yep, sending the ball in the midfield. It's a great one-time. And here's Molly Hellman again. See if she can,
her stick was hit.
She's such a strong powerhouse down that right side. Raina John sending a ball right in. And great job. Here goes Molly with a self-start. And that defender did not give her...
the 5 yards.
Yeah.
And that's what they're keying on this year.
Yes.
They're keying on the 5 yards. I know the refs were told.
Yeah, and it looked like that defender just hit that ball right over the sideline, right over the end line there. They're giving a 25-yard hit, so this ball is going to be taken right on the 25-yard line, a long hit. That ball's got to be carried the 5 meters. We'll send it right in. They send it right into, that's Aaron, looked like Aaron Chris, if I could see correctly again. Now there's Aaron Chris. Big speed taking it down. We've got to watch her taking the left side of her body because, again, she's that hockey player, so strong. You see her turn that stick around and get some lift, but she lifted up into the player, unfortunately. And so she's going to get called for that, for danger. Again, the umpires are always looking for safety and keeping the players safe on the field. It's Tao Garcia, captain, senior captain this year. She may look at you see back for a switch of fields here. That's a great area ball. That ball has got to be into space and not into two players. It's Molly Hellman in the center of the field. She's going to change the field to the right, all the way over to Raina Johns, who's going to drive down the right sideline, pulls it inside, continues to speed down the right line. Nice save.
No,
just
over the line.
About
Ridgefield.
8 minutes to go here. Score is still 0-0 with one shot on goal apiece per team.
Wow, has that been it?
That's been it.
Wow. That either means the defense has been doing very good or just a lot between the 25s.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, most of the game has taken place between the 25s. There's been, like I said, there's been a couple of corners, but that's about it.
I think both teams have been anticipating this game since the schedule came out, really.
Yes. This is, it's not often you open with a game that's going to make a difference in your season, but this is one of them.
And then our next games, Staples faces Ridgefield and Darien faces Staples as well. So our next two games are big games. It's really smart for Darien not to panic in that backfield and get that ball out. It's really smart for Molly Hellman. Again, super smart.
Nice move, good lead.
It's Molly McGuckin. See if she can break her steps down and win this ball.
Oh, she did.
It's a great job for Molly McGuckin. Sends that ball back, but you have another sophomore in the center of the field, Maddie Holt. So 3 sophomores, freshmen starting on the Darien team, again, young. It's great. Raina Johns guiding it into Molly Hellman for the turnover ball. Raina Johns sending that ball in, see if Molly McGuckin can get around. Great ball, pulling that around, see if we can get something in there. Unlucky, just going side of the goal cage. She's looking for an area ball. It looks like she's going to try to. Here's Maisie Stewart.
That'll come out to the 25.
Yeah, Ridgefield's doing a really good job inside their defensive 25. Smart defense here. Here's Raina Johns again with the ball. Finding her teammate out wide. And Molly, again, just you're going to see a lot of speed when she gets that ball. Great job on the goalkeeper. And again, good save.
Good clear.
Good defense again. Very great job on the Ridgefield defense.
That was Lisa Von Gompel making the saves there for Ridgefield.
Darien just really trying to attack now, get something going. Oh, nice job by the goalkeeper. Great save. And great job on the Ridgefield defense getting that ball out. But that hit on Bella Carosa did a reverse hit, and it was just lifted too high.
Just a little bit high.
Maddie Holt, sophomore in the center of the field.
Actually, it's just outside the circle.
Yep. Molly Hellman again with this speed coming around. Yep. Great speed again. She just finds her way wheeling and dealing around defenders. Here's Raina Johns taking this ball quickly, sending the ball in. And Ridgefield again just stopping the ball.
Right. The marking up in the circle is
phenomenal.
Tremendous. They're
Here's
just
Bella with that reverse again. And there's Raina Johns stopping the ball. Great job on Melanie Hellman. Again attacking and just wide of the cage.
Yep. They're allowing them to get in there, but then they're closing them down. They're really right inside the shirt of the other player. Not allowing a lot of stick time.
It might just be, it's what they're doing a great job, but it's Molly just trying to get around all the defenders, but their sticks are down. They're doing a great job. I mean, Ridgefield has obviously been practicing for this, and it shows. They're doing a phenomenal job. There's Maisie Stewart coming up the right back. Raina Johns, the right midfield out. Maisie dribbles that ball 5 yards and sends it in. It looks like the umpire didn't think that she had done that.
Yeah, she didn't think that it was far enough.
Yep.
It's amazing that referees will look at the distance if you go back and forth 2.5. They think it should be 5 in one direction.
Yeah.
But they're closer than we are.
Yes. All right, good job on Ridgefield now getting this ball out of there. So a little breather possibly for Ridgefield to get this ball out of their defensive 25 and in the center of the field. But no, it's going to be broken up by Molly McGuckin, who sends that ball over. And here goes Molly Hellman. And it's broken up by a Ridgefield defender and just wide of the goal cage again.
A great job by the goalie. Following the ball right down into the offense and stepping up, being just physical enough to disrupt the play.
Nice job by Maddie Holt, sophomore again, breaking that ball up. Raina Johns around the outside, freshman, and getting stopped by, it looks like, Bella Carosa. Maybe that's not Bella again. Nope, not Bella. Not Bella.
They have to get bigger numbers.
Looked like number 10.
I can't see the numbers, Joe.
I cannot see the numbers.
I can only tell Bella by the way that she runs, and I can tell Erin by the way she runs, and Julia.
Now, I every now and then I'll see one number clearly, and the rest of them are blur.
And I can only tell because I've been coaching them so long, I can see by the way that she runs.
Right.
This is Brinsley Rush with the ball.
I believe it was number 10, Jen Paul.
There we go. You can see the numbers.
That's right.
I'll just be the numbers guy.
All right, it's going to be Ridgefield ball. Looks like they have a little bit of life coming down in their offensive end. 1:30 remaining in the first half. It's been an exciting game. Both teams doing a great job. There's Aaron Chris trying to get that on, or no, that is Bella. They both play on the left side of their body. Great cross by Bella Cursa. Oh, that should be coming out, yeah. That was corner called. Very interesting.
Did it come off of a Darien player's foot?
I don't know, but it was a hit and miss. She swung and completely missed the ball. So
that's what they've been calling this year,
Yeah.
is that the stick comes up high.
Yeah.
And usually it goes in the other direction.
Yeah, it possibly hit a foot before that, the hit and miss. So they're going to try a different tactic, taking on the other side now. I'm assuming they're going to let this time run out on this corner possibly. Let's see. It's going short here. Oop,
See, now that
Yep,
is what
okay.
normally they call is as a high stick, but
Just wide of the cage. Great try by Ridgefield again.
yep.
I imagine both teams getting a little frustrated, all these opportunities. And I imagine the halftime talk is going to be trying to capitalize on all of these
Exactly.
opportunities that both teams have had. Nice one time by Tyler Garcia. And here's Molly McGuckin coming back for that ball. Imagine we're going to try to get.
Well, it was an interesting half, that's for sure. It was played mostly down on the Ridgefield side and inside the 25. The last little spurt, Darien got it down there. I mean, Ridgefield got it down there, but with the sake of not getting the shot off.
We are at the half here on the DAF Media Network. Again, you are watching this on tape delay due to some technical issues. We were unable to live stream this game for you. The season opener for both programs, Darien and Ridgefield. Damian Andrew, Ted Brennan, Kari Johns, Joe Skarupa joining you. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, a shout out to our DAF Media production crew, Ben and Will Olson, Jackson and James Leone, Trey Cahill, all student volunteers who give their time and effort to bring you these broadcasts. Again, it is no score after the first half here from Tiger Hollow on an overcast day in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We'll be back with more field hockey after this.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. And as a family, we've had so much fun watching varsity field hockey and lacrosse games under the Darien High School stadium lights. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
As a resource, the Darien Foundation is unique within Fairfield County and indeed unique on a national level. For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are at the half here from Tiger Hollow on the campus of Ridgefield High School. Darien, Ridgefield, no score after the first half. The varsity field hockey opener for both teams. I want to thank you for joining us on DAF Media. This is a tape delay. Had some IT issues in getting our stream out, so we apologize for that. Hope you're enjoying it now wherever you are. The Darien varsity football team plays its home opener against Fairfield Ludlow on Friday night. And Darien head coach Rob Trefone was recently honored at halftime of a UConn football game. He is being inducted into the Connecticut High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and he has had quite a career since taking over at Darien, and also had quite a coaching career at Brian McMahon, won a state championship there, 3 in a row. State titles, that is, at Darien High School. So Coach Trefone being honored at halftime of a UConn game. And we are at the half of this one, Darien 0, Ridgefield 0. We will be back with more field hockey on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew alongside Ted Brennan, one of our DAF Media student volunteers, and former Fairfield Ludlow field hockey coach Joe Skarupa. I want to thank Joe for joining us. Joe, it was a last-minute email from me to you, and so glad that you were able to come here. I know you enjoy doing this and have been on a number of DAF Media broadcasts in the past. But we are at the half here on the DAF Media Network. Again, Ted Brennan, Joe Skarupa, the gentleman calling the action. We will be rejoined, I think, later in the half by Kari Johns. Again, no score here. The season opener for both Darien in the black uniforms with the white numbers, and Ridgefield in the white uniforms with the orange numbers. Gentlemen?
Ridgefield began the second half with the tip. It's changed hands 3 times already. That's so beginning the half with a tip or beginning the game. It doesn't stay that often, so
already it's been a
quick.
great game. Darien has gotten 5 shots on goal. Ridgefield only 1, but they look to change. They look to change that as they change sides of the field.
Yeah, actually, the goalie for Ridgefield has done a fabulous job, because Darien had some really good shots, close, and she was able to get a toe on 2 of them.
Out of the 5 shots on goal for Darien, Lisa von Gompel has 4 saves.
Yep. And without her right now, it would be a runaway. She's been aggressive in there. She's been coming out just the right distance. She's not coming out too far.
Starting to drizzle a little bit here in Tiger Hollow. Hopefully the heavy rain stays off, as Ridgefield will look to push.
I don't ever remember the girls complaining about rain when they're playing. It's pretty interesting that sometimes it actually picks them up a little bit. It makes it a little bit of crazier game. when the field does get slightly wet, the ball moves twice as fast. And that helps the speedier players. Ridgefield has been able to get the ball down close, but when they do, they're having that was a little bit of a push before the shot. That's the "I'm here" push.
Raina Johns feeling the effects of that push. And what was the call there? Foot?
No, one stick hit the other.
Ah.
You can follow through with the stick on the shot, but you can't hit the other person's stick, which then stops them from making a stop on the ball when you hit the stick.
Ridgefield pushing
They
it.
bring the ball to center. Very good defense right there by Johns. She was able to keep the stick down and in front of the ball. Now there was a stop, but a stick it with it.
Stop there was by Ali Gagnon.
Up
Swing and
there,
a miss from Hellman.
yep. And that's the rise of the stick more than shoulder high inside the circle or near the circle, and that's going to be called every time.
That's strike one in baseball.
That's it. Yeah.
Hellman. Looked like it hit Katie Duggan as she's
It did, and she's coming out with a little bit of
limp there.
yeah, and nice move to go to avoid the defense, bringing it back. She's got great speed. I'm not sure what was called there. She had the ball. She was moving along.
Heidi gets stopped.
Oh, we have a corner.
I believe this is Darien's second corner of the day. On their previous attempt, they were unsuccessful.
It's tough to see because that yellow line, the big yellow line that comes down, intersects with the light yellow line, and it's tough to see where the ball is. I actually thought that was outside the circle, but it was in. They're going from the top, probably with a feed across.
Inside, and it's a goal.
It's a goal. Good triple pass inside the circle, down low. They left two players uncovered right outside of the cage. And
It was tough to see who got there on that goal. Everyone was crowding around.
but it was a great pass from the right of the circle to the center, from the center to the right on the post. And it's tough for the goalie to react to when the ball goes across the goal mouth like that.
Darien takes the 1-0 lead.
Especially when the passes are that crisp.
That was a nice feed inside off of.
All right, they're being warned now to wait until she blows the whistle to start this the next play.
Looks like we have a bit of a clock malfunction.
No, I think she double whistled, which means stop the clock.
Okay.
Darien seems to be swarming the defense a little bit. They're doubling up on people. Now, what happened there was she did a lift, but she did it into a crowd. So that becomes a dangerous ball, comes back out to where it came down, and she'll go from there.
As Kari was mentioning before, these refs' number one concern is safety of the girls playing here today.
Yep.
The one who scored the goal for Darien was number 21, Molly McGuckin, the sophomore. So she gets credited with the goal.
We don't know who. I know there was 2 assists on that. But I did not see who got the direct assist prior to the shot.
It's tough to see up here in our little skybox.
That's it. It's almost like you're in the other stadium.
Almost.
Oh, nice lead.
Duggan up front. Gets it taken away from Jen Paul. Hellman.
Nope, that's it. That is a corner. Although that was outside the circle, that's similar to a flagrant foul. It's a very obvious foul, and it happens close enough to the circle that the referee can award a corner, which he did.
I like that analogy. So Darien 1 for 2 on corners today, looking to make it 2 of 3.
Both times they've taken and passed the ball. There it is. Oh, that should be, yep. Her own player shot it through her legs, which didn't allow anybody else to play the ball. That gives it to the other team. That was a nice move with the stick. She got away. And a great recovery.
Katie Duggan looking to save the ball.
There's the cross into the circle and a clear. And somebody will also ask, why do you just hit it out of bounds like that? Why don't you play it upfield? Well, trying to play it upfield, if it's intercepted, the person gets a shot at the goal, whereas you hit it out of bounds.
Just a safer play.
It is. It's safer because it gives everybody, including the defense, time to reset. Now, that was head high right at the player, so that was a dangerous hit. Anytime you reach from behind like that, you're going to get called. They're assuming that you're reaching around the player and interfering with them. Okay, Ridgefield does have numbers here. They have 4 on 3. And can she control it? No. She did give it away.
Garcia with the takeaway. Pushes it up. Garcia to Duggan. Lead pass in center.
She clears it right out to a Darien player. Darien feeds it back to the middle. And there is a shot to the nice save by the goalie.
Lisa Von Gompel. Keeping it close.
Absolutely. Being aggressive, but not being too aggressive and giving any openings, but there to cover the ball.
She raises her save total from 4 to 6 on that possession there. Doing a great job manning the net today. And that's a goal there.
That is a goal. It was shot from outside the circle, but it was touched inside the circle and redirected into the goal. The goalie is questioning it, but that was a legal shot. No, they've disallowed it. Wait a minute.
That goal,
I'm not sure why it didn't count.
interesting call there.
It looked like she made a play unless she did not touch it. The only thing that could have happened is that offensive player did not touch it with the stick. Therefore, it came from outside the circle, went into the goal, and was not a goal.
I believe that's why Vogt was raising her hands
Yeah,
before
saying,
that ball went
yeah,
in.
Nobody touched it.
So with 18 minutes left in the second half, Darien leads it 1-0, and Darien has
now
another
has
corner opportunity.
Another corner. Much more active in the corners than they were last time in the first half. Cross pass.
Rush,
There it is.
dug in, and
Off of the Darien stick. Coming out. The defense on one-on-ones is great with both teams. They're both there. They're not giving any ground. But unfortunately, from outside the circle, so it's not going to count. That was a little chancy by the goalie to just jump up, because if it grazes off of her pads, it's a goal. Most goalies will step aside and put their hands up saying, I'm avoiding it, I'm avoiding it. But for her to jump up, if that takes one small bounce. Again, Ridgefield is much more aggressive this half.
it's almost like the change of fields helped their aggression.
Right. It's a reverse.
As I mentioned before, Ridgefield and Darien faced off against each other late last season. Darien ended up winning that game late in the regular season, and then they ended up winning their game in the FCI quarterfinals against Ridgefield 2-0. So Ridgefield's looking for some revenge here.
There will be a card on that. They've stopped the clock.
Wow.
They've stopped the clock. Does she get? I'm not sure what she gets here. I couldn't see whether she raised a green or a yellow. Darien calls the timeout here. Now, what the coach is going to say here is, look, they're getting more offensive. You need to be better in the center of the field. You need to stop the ball, not let them get down inside. You need to keep them outside of that 25 and push it again. You need to put them on the defense. Ridgefield seems much more aggressive in this half. They're feeling good about themselves that they actually held them to nothing in the first half. They're looking for that tying goal. But she's regrouping. This is a good time to regroup, because Ridgefield has spent a lot of time down inside his circle in a couple of close ones. That could have gone either way. And this could easily be a 1-1 or even a 2-1 Ridgefield game at this point. But she wants to get them back, get their heads back in the game, get them playing the way they did in the first half.
Joe, as a former coach, if you're down 1-0, what are you trying to say to rally your troops to try and shift the tide in their favor?
At this point, if you're down 1-0, you have 15 minutes to go. That's a quarter of the game. You got plenty of time. You need to push. You need to put them on the defensive. You need some big passes. You need some big hits, and you need to lead your players. You need to give it to the player that you know can do the job. Don't just shoot it out there. Don't just hit it down the field in a crazy manner. Give it to someone who can do the job with the ball. You need to mark up. You need to play a good defense to get the ball. Now there the Ridgefield player let the ball get away from her off of the stick. And at the same time was bumped, so that's why she got it back.
There's a good through there. Taking it up the sideline is Ridgefield.
That was a good pass. Nobody there to cover it. It's a short pass.
Off of Ridgefield.
Off of Ridgefield. Now it's down by the 25.
Into the 25 it goes. Centering pass.
Right across. The goalie here can't be too lax on that because if it's touch coming in.
Evelyn Heidi intercepted that pass. Inside. And that'll be Ridgefield's possession.
Main thing you tell the other team is, tell Ridgefield is don't panic. Don't panic. You've been playing a great game. You've been getting your shots.
Stopped there by the wave. On the attack now. Nice little spin around there. Passed in. And
off of the goalie. Good save. It was going in if she didn't stop it. Off of the goalie, it'll come out to the 25. They're going to reset the whole thing. They're not going to push it.
Johns has it. Tries to get it to Hellman, but
just a little bit too far to reach. Let's see if Ridgefield stays with their no. Just driving the ball. Ridgefield, in that case, most of the game has been lifting it, but there was just a straight drive.
Kate Irving of Ridgefield mishandles it, but gets it back. Almost. Here comes Hellman on the attack. Been calling her name all night.
Now, the Darien player didn't give her the... he's calling it the other way. He's saying Darien had an opportunity on the ball. It was cut off by Ridgefield.
I want to give a quick shout out to our production crew today. All student volunteers here. Will Olson, Ben Olson, James Leone, Jackson Leone, Trey Cahill. All volunteering to come up to Ridgefield today.
Making a move now. They've got numbers. They've actually got more people in there. Trying to keep it there. Johns takes it away. Johns moving it up the field, looking for an opening. A step too far.
Looks like
Tried a reverse shot, went wide.
Van Gompel has 8 saves today on the 10 shots on goal. She's essentially been a brick wall today. Nothing's gone by her, minus the 1 goal.
She got beat by 1 play. It was basically a 3-on-1, which is tough on a goalie.
Off the end line.
That'll come out to the 25. Tried to force it in, got it around the defense.
Inside. Bogdan, no. Second shot, no.
Another ejection. And a corner. The goalie made 3 good saves there. Okay. One of the Ridgefield players came out early. That's a penalty. She automatically gets pushed up to the 50. Now they have 3 defenders. This makes it even tougher.
3v7, essentially.
They have a little more time to...
Mishandles it. Gets it inside. Off the end line.
Off of a Ridgefield player, so they're going to get it at the 25. They're going to reset it all the way. They're going to make Ridgefield try to come out.
Darien, by resetting, might be trying to kill a little bit of time here.
Yeah, well, as a coach, you don't want to see them slow down. That's a little bit early. When they get inside the 4-minute mark, they can take their time, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. Darien's a kind of a team that when they score 1 goal, they usually score 1 quickly later. I'm surprised that Ridgefield, the defense, held up like it did, and they made them play everything. They weren't giving anything away.
Their defense and Von Gompel has been impeccable here.
Yeah.
Hellman
A little fake, and
tried to get it to Heidi, to
across.
Johns, off her legs, and that'll be put in.
That is a goal. I did not see again who got that. She was down on 1 knee when she got to it.
Speak of the devil, so Darien will take a 2-0 lead with 7:11 left in the second half here. And Ridgefield will take a timeout.
Well, if you're Ridgefield, now it's time to change the strategy. Play less defense and more offense. You're going to have to let your offense come up. You're going to have to outnumber the defense coming down the field. You might leave 1 back.
22, Evelyn Heidi with the goal. 2 sophomores today getting the goals for Darien.
That's got to make the coach feel good. That's got to make the coach feel good that she's got some young players that are willing to step up. And
Mo Minikis, of course, the Hall of Famer for Darien, her 19th year coaching at DHS. She was elected the Sports Person of the Year in 2011 after her perfect season.
yes,
An incredible feat there.
It is. That was a short. That was a short timeout. Like I said, she probably told him, "Okay, okay, we're gonna do a replay on the goal right there."
We take a look here. Johns' original shot was stopped, but then Heidi poked it in.
Just through the. It didn't quite go in, and Heidi got her stick on it and just assisted it right in there. It was great.
Izzy Redrup took the ball there for Ridgefield.
Yep, that was a kick, and it'll go to Darien. She didn't give her 5 yards, but she did call it. The ref called that she didn't have 5 yards prior to the hit. That'll be inside. It will not be a.
Stewart pushing the ball to the center, and that's almost intercepted. Johns is going to push it up to Heidi. Heidi inside to Hellman. No for Hellman. Ridgefield now on the attack, using the sideline. That's number 5, Riley Peters.
It's tough though because Darien's got 6 back, and there's 4 coming down. I'm wondering where the rest of the offense is for Ridgefield. Why they're not pushing it? Why they're not flooding the zone with offense? Obviously, Darien's got everybody covered in the circle.
Darien back on the attack now.
Nice giveaway. Good feed.
Inside. 19. Just. Kate Irving. As we take a look here, Irving gets past the defenders and just a bit outside. Great contest there by Catherine Vogt.
Yeah, I think that her fact that she went down made her lift the ball, and she wasn't ready to lift it. She was looking for a flat ball into the goal. Okay, now is the time to take your time. You've got a 2-goal lead.
Out of bounds again by Ridgefield.
Yeah, just can't make that connection for that longer pass. I think that's where they're losing it. It's just between the 40s is they're having trouble making connections. Of course, Darien is no slouch on defense either. They're right on top of you. If you don't get rid of the ball, if you can't pass that ball, they're going to be right on top of you.
Heidi with it.
Oh, there's a kick. That's going to be Darien ball. Now that crossed through the circle. She hit it through the circle and back out the other side. You have to move it 5 yards before you hit it into the circle. .230 left. This is tough now on Ridgefield. They're going to have to play it just a little bit different.
Johns pushes it up to Duggan. That was a nice feed there.
Darien is relentless. They're just keeping the pressure on. They're not allowing Ridgefield a chance to get the ball upfield. I think Darien drew the line at the 50-yard line and said, that's it. That's where we're stopping.
Wouldn't surprise me as Coach Minikis wants to win.
That's right. She's when you look at the scores that Darien plays, if they give up more than 2, it's not a good day. But right now, Darien is beating them to the ball.
Inside. When Comple kicked it out. About a minute left here in the game.
Okay, we're coming down to the less than a minute. Darien's got a corner. Darien will certainly take their time here.
Getting a little bit of...
A new rule this year is that they are allowed a small amount of time, and nobody says what small is, a small amount of time to discuss what they're going to do on the corner.
Johns. And Darien unable to convert on their corner.
And they have 15 shots on goal. That's a good game for Darien. 15 shots on goal.
Ridgefield only 2 shots on goal.
But what's amazing there, that statistic, they've got, well, they downed it to 14, but 14 shots on goal for the day, and yet the goalie did her job. She stopped 12 out of the 14.
And that'll do it here.
That'll do it. It kind of sets the tone for the rest of the season for Darien. This was going to be one of their tougher games, and they've done what they had to do. They came out. They played well.
Darien off to Staples next to play at Staples' team. Darien takes this one 2-0. A little deja vu as they beat Ridgefield 2-0 last year in the FCI quarterfinals.
Joe, I'm just going to jump in here. You had said, a tough test today. Coach Minikis knew this was going to be a tough test here at Tiger Hollow. They always play well. Ridgefield does against Darien here. But boy, oh boy, once again, the FCAC just loaded when you look up and down, whether it's Staples, obviously, Wilton, Greenwich has got a new coach, Ludlow, Kyle Seberg has done such a nice job at Norwalk. I mean, it is a loaded conference.
Yeah, and the rest of the state looks down at the southeast and southwest, and they go, "Oh my God, not again!" but that's what they do. It's like the SEC in football. When you finish here, when you finish in the FCAC, and you're ready to move up into the states, you've had all the training you possibly can need.
Yep.
You played the toughest teams.
Yep.
Not in the state, but in the region.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
So when you move up.
Yeah, it's almost like playing a state championship within your conference.
Exactly.
I want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew, Ben and Will Olson, Jackson Leone, our instant replay coordinator, Ben Olson, our director, Will Olson, camera and instant replay. James Leone, the whole game, camera 1, camera 2, Trey Cahill, and as I mentioned, Will Olson. I want to thank Ted Brennan for doing a terrific job. His maiden voyage calling field hockey for DAF Media.
I thought he did a great job.
And he did a
Oh,
terrific
thanks.
job.
I thought he did a great job.
It was great. Again, this has been a production of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation, DAF Media, a joint venture of both of those fine organizations. Do a terrific job. I am Damian Andrew. We are going to take a look now as we close at some of the highlights from this game. Again, Darien beats Ridgefield 2-0. Enjoy.